In the language department here at Dordt, we offer several foreign languages that students can study. Spanish is our biggest one, but we also offer Dutch and French, Latin. And so there's a variety of choices people have. Our big push in the department is to work on communicative competence. We want students to be able to use the language, not just as a thing that you study on its own, but as a tool to do what they want to do in life. So we have social workers, we have people studying agriculture or economics or other areas, and they want to use the language often to reach out to a broader audience or to be able to connect with more people doing what they love to do.
A part of the curriculum for the foreign language, whether it's a minor or major, are conversation classes where you get to come, hang out for an hour and just speak Spanish, but in a comfortable, like everyday kind of a setting. So like we'll cook meals together that are like Latin American meals, and we'll speak Spanish and learn how to do that in like how they would prepare it. Or we played catchphrase in Spanish, so that was extremely difficult, but at the same time it was a ton of fun.
It's not really just learning about grammar or vocabulary. Right now, all of my classes are dealing with like real world tough issues. So we're talking about immigration and hot topics, but like talking about them in Spanish. So trying to learn some of the like vocabulary about things that we would actually talk about in real life that is other than just like sitting and memorizing vocabulary lists.
Our classes are for the most part communicative in nature, so we try to help our students acquire another language with the help of a lot of materials that are authentic, that are made in the countries whose languages the students learn or try to acquire, and we try to imitate those situations in the classroom.
One of the strengths of our department is that we work together with international students that are native speakers of the languages here at Dordt. And so they have tutoring sessions with our students one-on-one. And so outside of the classroom being very engaging and talkative, our students get to practice that communication with native speakers of the language every week.
Our students who take French classes have to spend an extra hour per week with those students so that they practice their conversational skills on a one-to-one basis.
There's also different trips and programs that the foreign language department offers. You live with a family, you eat their food, you talk their language, you visit the places that they visit, and it's an amazing, like, in-depth experience.
God used words to create the word, and so in order to understand more about who He is and who His people are, the study of culture and other languages is something that we use for that.
And Ricky does such a good job of, saying, hey, so here's kind of what the world is saying about this, and then how do we as Christians, just like what do we need to do as Christians, how do we need to respond?
When Jesus commanded His disciples to go to the ends of the earth to bring the gospel, well, going to the ends of the earth meant you had to learn another language.
Like I translated the Bible, like the gospel story, into Spanish and made a book out of it so that I could have a physical copy of something to read and put together, how would I say this if I ever get into this situation? Just have a physical something just to walk into a situation and feel if I ever feel I need to talk to someone about who Jesus is, I have that.
Combining a foreign language with any field of study, social work, business, we have people in our classes who are double majors in almost everything. And I think that it's incredibly helpful because no matter where you are, you're gonna be encountering people of different cultures, and whether or not you're actually gonna be speaking Spanish with them, just having an idea of understanding another culture is huge, no matter where you're coming from. Being able to take another perspective and learn about diversity and the different aspects of our society that we're living in today is going to be important no matter where you're going into.